So I'm here chatting away to myself because obviously I've just literally set up. Is that too bright? Is that too... No? Too much? Too much? No. Decided to go randomly live. Shall I pick a different colour? Should we go that? Is that better? Is that not better? Is it better? No one's better, is it, eh? I don't think it makes much difference. Who's in? Red Devil, for fuck's sake. How are you, Simon, mate? Yeah, I've just decided to do a completely random live. Hope you're well, pal. So, yeah, what are you up to, pal? You having a beer? David Jones, hello, sir. It better. Good man. Oh, my God, I'm getting so many comments now. Hey, up. How's it going? Yes. How are you, Jamie? I'm guessing this is Jamie, the Blades fan. I'm hoping. Glad to have you in. I've just decided to literally just do a random live Friday evening, early evening. I've had a couple of pints down Stonehouse. I've had a couple of pints at home, and I'm on my fifth one now. So my fifth pint in. I'm actually on a cider. It's not Orchard Thieves. This is actually Orchard Pig from the Perfect Draft. So yeah, fifth pint in, working tomorrow. Yeah, right. Let's catch up on the comments. How can you be like less than 2 minutes in? And I'm behind on the comments. So yeah, good to see you, Simon. Hope you're all, pal. David Jones, hello, sir. It's better. Good man. Nice to see you. Jamie's popped in, the Sheffield United fan, which is great, which I'm going to pop to his comment in a minute. Red Devil, Simon, how's things, Baz? Just on my phone. I'll put you on TV. Oh, no, you don't want to see me in big screen. Yeah, not too bad, pal. Not too bad. Busy with work. Life is sort of settling down at the moment on the household front things, if you know what I mean. Go away. Not now. Thank you. McAfee. Go away. What's going on at the lane? Do you know what, Jamie? I saw the pre-season games, and I actually thought we looked really good. But at the same time, you know, you play a lot of teams lower than you. And I would say probably the biggest game we had was against Nice. But also watching that, although we got caught out a couple of times, we look really good attacking. We definitely need to sign some defenders. Ahmed Hodzic. Anel Ahmed Hodzic. I've had too many beers now to try and say that. He's a big loss. Jack Robinson, I think, is shit. The Welsh fella. Norrington Davis ain't good enough. We need to sort some shit out at the back. Jamie saying all right to David, and David Jones is Life is Mad. New play centre looks good. No, well, not yet. It's not a new place. It's not a new place yet. At the moment, I am still in the same house. Things are amicable. We are getting on in a funny kind of way. It's always a little bit odd. You've split up. So you never know how to act with each other, I would say. I can't say I know this from experience. I do know it from experience, but from the previous time, it was never going to be like that anyway. So, but yeah, at the moment, things are okay, and I'm just busy with work and doing other shit. We need to do something before the windows close. Yeah, I've looked at a couple of things on YouTube, and I'm not sure we're actually going to get anyone in. I don't know what we can do. I think attacking wise, we have got it there. We miss Sousa, obviously. We miss Anil. And I do think that sometimes we do look good going forward, but we do seem to be very open. We do seem to be very open at the back, which is dangerous. So, yeah, we do need to sign some people. Have to meet for a couple at Stonehouse. Definitely, Red Devil. Simon, definitely. New Hazy out next week. So we'll try and meet up some point for definite. All right, Chris. Chris has come in. Chris the Butcher. Anyone that doesn't know Chris the Butcher, have I missed Chris the Butcher's comment? I think I have. I do apologise, Chris. Evening, brother. There we go. That's the one I missed. Evening, brother. How are you, Chris? Hope you're well, mate. Hope you and bloody hell, my head's gone blank. God, it's hope you and the good lady are well. Honestly, my head's gone blank. I'm not pissed. My head has just gone blank. Oh, Jesus Christ, I can't get a name in my head. It's terrible. But yeah, hope you well, mate. Hope things are picking up. And like I said, Simon said, have to meet for a couple. Jamie said, all right. Chris, Louise, Lou, it's come to me finally. It's finally come to me. I do have proper blackouts, I tell you. Chris is saying, all right, Jamie, nice to hear, mate. It might be back on you. You never, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm all right, Chris, mate. Yourself, pal. Good. Lots of people saying hello and being very nice. Me and Lou are good, lol. Yes. Do you know, I had a memory blank there, which is amazing because I actually see probably more of Lou through social media than I do with you, but I always remember you. Well, I normally remember Lou as well, but I do apologise. Apologies to Lou. But yeah, what you all doing tonight, apart from getting bored shitless and watching me? Is everyone having a beer? Is everyone being sociable? I am currently on, anyone that missed it, on the Orchard Pig cider, on the perfect draft. Just having a chill, had a couple of pints before, got some tea from over the road. Thought I'd treat myself because I'm working tomorrow. So I thought I'd treat myself to a pizza and chips. Ooh. Splashing out. 12 quid. There we go. Baz knows how to live. Hi, I've been to the hospital and I've been diagnosed. Oh, well, I hope you deal with it, mate. I hope everything works out for you and it all stays under control. Clearly, it's some kind of cancer by the sounds of it. But I hope you're good, mate. And I hope everything works out for you and you pull through it. Terrible thing. And a massive thanks for joining in on the video. Of course, he comments very regular on lives and a few videos here and there. So I wish you all the best. Just getting a beer. Be right back. Good man, Jamie. Let me know what you're drinking. The best part is that it's got nothing to do with alcohol or my lifestyle. Yes. Yeah. Unfortunately, I think with a lot of people, it doesn't matter what you drink, what you do, what you eat. It doesn't always mean, things are going to work out for you. I when I see all these sportsmen that are super fit and how many have had major issues with their heart or, sadly enough, dropped on the floor on the pitch and what have you. But I do wish you all the best, Sean. I really do. It's not very nice. Well, I can't even begin to think what it's like. I can only imagine it's a horrendous thing to have to deal with. But thank you for coming on anyway. So, what are you all drinking? What are you all doing? Feel free to say. No, it's not. Oh, okay. It just thinking of the chemotherapy thing. I do apologise, yawn. Silly yawn, if you want, whatever you want to think. No, if anyone is on here and knows of anything about that, let me just put that comment up again to show what it is. Disease called. I'm going to leave the comment up there because I think it'd be unfair for me to ruin the pronunciation of it. But if anyone out there watching knows of anyone that has had this or had to deal with it, please give Silly Yawn a message or a comment. But yeah. I mean, where'd you go from there? It's a hard thing to do, isn't it? It's a hard thing to do. Chris the Butcher is on Heineken. Is that out of the bottle, Chris, or cans? Or at some point, have you splashed out and bought a blade? I'm going to guess it's bottles or cans. Hang on, I'll come to that one in a minute. Currently drinking a chicken and mushroom pot noodle. Is that a Northern Monk beer? It sounds like a Northern Monk beer, that does. I know, I'm joking. I know it is a pot noodle. But you can imagine Northern Monk actually releasing something like that. It's something wrong with kidneys, but it can be fixed. Well, I wish you all the best, mate. I really do. And I'm sure everyone in the chat will feel the same. Nobody wishes any bad on anyone, to be honest. Chris Butcher is on the cans of Heineken. I do like a Heineken. I got the blade, and I do like a Heineken on there. Jamie is back with a pint of Stella, which I am guessing is from the Perfect Draft, but I could be wrong. And for now, I stay away from alcohol. Good on you, mate. If you appreciate your health, you know, you're doing the right thing. And if it helps, obviously, you know, why wouldn't you do it? Thanks, I'm here to learn. Good man, good man. So anyone, like I said, anyone on this chat, if you go back a few comments, I'll go back a few comments just quickly and put up what he has been diagnosed with. Show it. There we go. So, read the comment. I am not going to try and pronounce that word there. But yeah, if anyone knows of anyone that has suffered from that, if they can offer any advice, please comment or private message, or somehow if you can have a chat to him, please do it. Because we're not a bad channel here. This ain't a bad channel. So let's catch up. Get well soon, mate. Nice one, Jamie. Yep, on the keg. On the keg. So that'll be the UK brewed one. Obviously, we got 8 people in. Thank you all for joining us. All right. Don't sound good. Don't sound good. Is there anything, well, obviously, apart from the chemotherapy, is there any sort of like painkillers they give you that work or not? Or not? I don't know. And Jorn is saying thanks to Jamie for wishing him all the best. So aside from this poor chap's issues with his health, I hope everyone else is good. I'm not trying to make light of anything, but what are you all up to this weekend? Now, me being a Sheffield United fan like Jamie, we've had a bit of a shit start, haven't we, mate? Pretty good pre-season. Amazed me how we lost to Bristol City, apart from just silly, stupid errors, or because we seemed to outplay them. And then we played Birmingham and got absolutely bent over someone's knee and spanked like a little bad boy. Honestly, it was shocking. I started watching it. What the hell has happened here? Oh my God, where are we? Clicked on something, the wrong thing. Yeah, I started watching the Birmingham game about 27 minutes in. We were 1-0 down, and they seriously could have been 4-5-0 up at half time. It was horrendous. I've never seen us or Sheffield United play so bad. I really don't think I have. I don't even think. I sat there, I remember sitting there watching it and thinking, my God, when Man City had that spell last season, they looked disjointed. They didn't look like they knew each other. They didn't look like they played with each other in the team. And that's what I thought. And I just thought, flipping out, this is horrendous. Horrendous. So it needs to be a massive turnaround in that. Massive turnaround. So, hops get juice. out of the can, 440ml, but I must say it tastes much better on PD. Yeah, I think generally, I think the PD kegs, 98, 99% of the time, a perfect draft keg is better than cans. You get a much better drinking experience. I think you definitely get different flavors. I think they come across in different ways. I think in a keg you get a bigger maltier beer rather than full on hop, with it just feeling very light. But yeah, PD kegs generally are much, much better. I'm all 8. Been so busy working, chilling with a beer and just waiting for the Liverpool game. I'm not sure that bit, but yeah, he was waiting for the Liverpool game. Let me go to that bit. Sorry, Jamie. We're just a joke. We were lucky at 3/4. We were lucky. We weren't 3-4 half time. Yeah, we were, honestly. They made a lot of that Japanese lad or Korean lad, didn't they? But I don't think it was down to him being that great. I think we were literally shocking, absolutely shocking. I'm quite interested in this comment now. I know a lot of people aren't interested in Sheffield United, but there's a few people in that are going to, well, me and Jamie anyway, not a fan of the manager. I've got to admit, Jamie, he wouldn't have been a standout choice for me. I think Chris Wilder, I wouldn't say was unlucky to be sacked. I think with the position they got themselves in several times throughout the season and in the final, after how they performed in the semis, I think the board they certainly had enough reason to get rid of him. I don't think it was because he done a shit job. I think it was just a case of, look, he hasn't just managed to take us that next level, and I think I suppose they were hoping they could get somebody else in that would maybe offer something different and gets to that level. Now I think with Sellés, he does offer something different, but we seem to be very lack in certain places on that pitch. Now, you can't necessarily blame him for players we sold. If the club want money and they get a good offer, I don't think it really comes down to the manager in the end, does it, on who we sell? But something needs to be done drastically. We definitely need to get players in. Obviously, we got our blaster out. There's a couple of players there that, again, my head's gone blank. Our blaster's out. Suter was out, but I know he was on a season-long loan, wasn't he? Or he was on a loan. The one from Crystal Palace, Raksaki, I'm guessing he was on a loan, wasn't he? So I'm guessing he's gone back to Palace. Is it Burrows? Burrows, yeah. I thought we signed him, so maybe he's just out injured. Yeah, I mean, we do need a few more additions. I think hopefully the way they look really good going forward at times and they're really attacking. But if you're conceding goals and you're conceding silly goals, you're not going to win nothing. And I suppose that's where you think, yeah, Chris Wilder knew his job. He knew how to get out the championship or have a good run in the championship. We'll see it until the end of the season. If we don't go up, then we get new. I'll tell you what, it wouldn't surprise me. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if come December time, if not before, that we actually got rid of Sellés and the board actually went to Chris Wilder. If I was Chris Wilder, if it was me, I'd be rather pissed off, and I think I'd be very tempted to say bollocks to you. You can shove that up your ass, because I think he has every right to be disappointed that he got sacked, but I can understand the board's decision. But something's got to be done. They got to sort him. They got to get settled, obviously, but they got to support him as well. We got him, but he's not fixed to play yet. All right, okay. Next home game, you may be fixed for it. Okay. Cheers, Bazza. Nice to see you, Simo. Thanks for jumping in, pal. Just another one of them random lives. Are you on the beer tonight, Sim? And Jamie is saying, all right, Simo, mate, how are you? Just reviewed the few. Not my best work, but I reckon it's keg of the year. I'll be honest with you. I reviewed it. I feel like it was maybe a little bit rushed because it come early and I was trying to make sure it was chilled and that. And I think the review was a little bit rushed. I don't think I gave it the best review, in my own opinion. But you reckon it's keg of the year? Out of the releases, I don't know what sort of releases we've had this year now. I can't remember, to be honest. I mean, if you're looking at new beers, you could possibly say that because I can't think of what's really come out. But what I think it's a good beer. It's a solid beer. It's no mind blower, but at the same time, there's nothing nasty, and it's better than a lot of the stuff that we have had released on the Perfect Draft. To be honest, but it's very easy drinking. It's very easy drinking. Is it getting a bit darker here? I don't know if that helps really. But yeah, it's a decent drop. I got two of them. I'm just trying to go on with bloody things here. Right. I was trying to talk over the chaos in the kitchen and then had to pause to yell, shut up. Good man. Simo's there going, shut the bloody hell up. I'm trying to do a review here. Yeah, let's not go on to Uber Eats. You can piss off taking the piss. Don't get me on a rant about Uber Eats, mate. Don't get me on a rant about that. I'm just about getting over it now. Oh, dear. Where'd you go with that comment? Anyone that didn't know, poor old Yawn, he's got this disease, if you like, and chemotherapy and all that lot. And no, it's not cancer, apparently. But he's just letting us know that even when he needs a poop, it's liquid. It's liquid. Thank you for letting us all know, pal. But no, it must be horrible. Must be horrible, honestly. That was a fair old rant. Fuck me. I'll tell you what, that was a rant, mate. Honestly. I'd had a couple of beers. Well, I'd had a few beers and I was starving. So I was in my hangry stage. I was in my hangry stage. But I'm going to leave it there. I was proper hangry. Hi, Bazza. Good to see you on a Friday. How are you, pal? Swazi Coil. Nice of you to join us. Never mind, Jaipur was last year. I've got a keg of that this year as it happens. Camden Easy with the other one. Oh, right, okay. Was that this year, was it? That would have been really early on in the year. Was it? No, that was last year, wasn't it? Wasn't that before Christmas? Pardon me. And Corona Light. Yeah, well. No chance Baz is going to get on the Corona Light. We actually had a fair few this year. Well, it goes to show, doesn't it, the fact that I can't remember half of them. Well, it tells you two things. It either tells you that I'm constantly pissed, or the releases have been so shit, doesn't it? That's what it tells you, to be honest. Hopefully the picture's all right on the screen. It looks a little bit... is it a bit bright? I don't know. Don't know. Look, it... Is that better? I don't know. Anyway. 1 out of 100,000 get this disease. So it's very rare. Christ. And you're one of the unlucky ones, mate, aren't you? But as long as they can treat it, I know that doesn't make it any better. Obviously, it doesn't make it any better. But the fact it's treatable, and fingers crossed, you know, it can be treated and you can live life as normal as possible. That's something. That really is something. So don't give up, pal. Don't you give up. And feel free to message or whatever if you need someone to have a chat to through YouTube or whatever. I don't know how we could do it, but if you need to have a chat, feel free to send a message over or something. We do need another Vice beer on PD. Well, we do have what we got. We got Francis Scanner. We have Royal, that is more of a seasonal release. I guess the Left Blanche is more of a wit beer, a Belgian style wit beer, and I guess you got the Hoegaarden, which is more of a Belgian style wit beer. So I suppose, yeah, I wouldn't argue. Are we going to get any better than Francis Scanner or the Royal, though? That would be the thing. I can't see the point in them releasing another Vice beer if it's not going to at least match up to the Francis Scanner, in my opinion. But I get where you're coming from. Oldham back in the AFL. Good old Oldham. I know a chap that went to an Oldham game. Apparently him and a few mates were in a crowd and they used to shout out, "What do you do with women's boobs? Oldham, Oldham, Oldham." That's not me. That's me just passing on what somebody says. What a few lads used to say at a football game. Yeah, good man. Good man. Good man. You'll soon be back on the beer, pal. You'll soon be back on the beer. Tea. What beer are you on, pal? I've only just come in. Well, I'm not officially on a beer, if you like. I'm on a cider, so I'm on the Orchard Pig at the Perfect Draft. So, yeah, having a slurp, getting down that. Trilby Phil, evening. How are you, pal? Hope you're keeping well. And thanks for joining in. Red Devil. Cheers, Barry. 3 lives in 2 weeks. Hang on. Oh, hang on. Gone the wrong one. A German one. Yeah, we could do with a, like I say, unless you get another German one that is better than the standard Francis Scanner, I can't see the point in changing. I think Francis Scanner is pretty damn good anyway. But yeah, if you get a better German one than that, it's well worth it. If it's not as good as that, I mean, to be honest, you can have as much variety as you like. But if some beers are shit and some beers are great, why would you go to the shit ones? I know we've all got different tastes and what have you, but you could probably narrow down the Perfect Draft keg range down to about 20 kegs tops. You really could. Because once you've got 2 or 3 exceptional or really good lagers, why do you need some of the other stuff? Camden Hells is never going to match Schneider's. So why would you not just keep Lowenbrow, Spaten and Schneider's in keg, really? Hackerbeck, I enjoy. Other Becks people like. But for me, them first 3, do you really need any more than that when it comes down to it? Right, let's move up a little bit. Excuse me. Bit of gas coming up. Oh, my God, what are you doing here, Baz? Jesus Christ, I'm way behind. True. Trilby Phil. Yes, he said evening. Cheers, Trilby. Mersey Beers. This comment come up before. Cheers, Baz. 3 lives in 2 weeks. I know. You can tell I'm kind of single, can't you? I've got nothing better to do. You're really bad. Hofmeister Weissbrau is belted. Yeah, I'd like to see Hofmeister actually on PD. I do even like the lager. I like the Hells. I think that's really decent. Oldham, who are they? Love you, Chris. A little bit of banter going on there. Bit like me saying, who the hell are bloody Sheffield Wednesday? What Vice beer would you recommend from off license? We're not spoilt for choice in Donegal. God, blimey, that depends on your off license, doesn't it? I mean, I can only really recommend stuff that you can get in supermarkets. I think one of the best Weiss beers in the supermarket, are certainly even available, is the Weihenstephaner or Weihenstephaner. Cracking beer. Obviously, there's people out there that love the Schneider Weiss. I've got to admit, it's a good beer, but I don't think it was as good as I was expecting. I think it was very much overrated, personally. I think the Weihenstephaner or Weihenstephaner. Oh, I give up trying to say that one. Anyway, that is about the best supermarket Weiss beer you'll get in the UK. I don't know what you're going to get over there, and I can't really comment on off-license stuff, if I'm honest. Watching Liverpool versus Bournemouth in 45 minutes in Ewood Park tomorrow for Blackburn, Birmingham, fighting through man flu with bourbon whiskey. Well, I'll tell you what, if you don't get through it with that, you won't get through anything, will you? Let's be honest. What's it like, mate? See what ciders they got for Perfect Draft. They've only got the Orchard Pig on Perfect Draft. It's a good drink. It's a good drink. I'm not going to say it's the best cider you're going to buy. Me personally, even though it says medium dry, I think the cider is classed as. I would say it's more on the medium side, so there is that sweetness. I would like it a little bit drier, but I'll tell you what, when the weather's good, there is nothing more crushable than a cider. And if you're just going home and you've got cider on, there is nothing more crushable than Orchard Pig. It's got to be said. I was supposed to go to Crete the 23rd of August for a month, and I cancelled it today. Well, that's it. You'll get your money back, pal, and just save it for when you're better. That's the best thing to do, isn't it? We had Trooper, Bass, London, Brighton, Austell, Corona. This year? Just this year, Simo? Have we had all that? Well, what would I say is the best then? Yeah, right. Yeah, to be fair, at the moment, when you give me that list like that, I mean, you got very different beers there, haven't you? There's no way Corona Ligera would get in there. Singer would not get in there. San Miguel wouldn't get in there. It was nice enough. St. Austell Proper Job was nice enough, but wouldn't get in there. London Pride, I thought, was a little bit disappointing. Bass was, again, easy enough, but it wasn't a wow beer. It was slightly different. If it was me, looking at the list you've given me, Simo, I would probably put it between Trooper and Fru Kolsch. And I think, Trooper and Fru Kolsch, although Fru Kolsch is classed as a hybrid beer, half lager, pale ale, whatever you want to call it, and Trooper, yeah. I mean, I think it depends on what you like, but if it was me, I would probably narrow it down to Trooper and Fru Kolsch, and then I think then it just comes down to your personal taste. Fru Kolsch, do you know what? Yeah. I would either go Trooper or Fru Kolsch. Literally, I thought Trooper was really nice. Nothing wowing. I thought Fru Kolsch was maybe a little bit better than it, but at the same time, it didn't really blow it away. So between them two, I wouldn't say there was much difference in sort of like keg of the year. But yeah, I mean, I think you always know you're going to get something decent from Germans. Now we got through. When someone develops a bulletproof 5-litre mini keg dispenser, I'll be all over it. Or just drink 5 litres in one go. You don't need that dispenser then, do you? Yeah. Why sell Beck's? Beck's Gold. Yeah, Beck's Gold. I mean, Beck's is all right, but it's certainly not up there with Lowenbrow, Spate, and Frukolsch. It's not up there with the Oktoberfest beers. Beck's Gold for me is just. I don't think Beck's Gold is great. I think that's for your average, everyday kind of drinker. Beck's isn't the beer it used to be, but it's okay. But yeah, you know where I'm coming from, don't you? You know where I'm coming from. Cheers, Chris. Cheers, Adam, Trilby, and everyone else in the chat. Not Blanc. No, Left wasn't out this year, no. Mersey saying hello to Simo. Had a great Vice beer last week. Let's put that back up again in Fuerteventura. That one that they also do a grapefruit version of, Orange Label, Schofferhofer. I think you're on about, mate. Wine Stefana. That's the one. Yes, Mersey beers, I've seen. You know, it's like when you've had a couple of beers, especially me, just start talking bollocks. Yeah, the Schofferhofer. But they're sort of like low ABVs, aren't they? Most of them, I think. And there's me just confirming Mersey beers, Vine Stefana. Or Wine Stefana. But we'll call it Vine. Jesus loves you. Thank you. I don't think he's going to get me out of this trouble, though, is he? Schofferhofer, Red Devil. Jesus or Donald Trump should come and cure me today. Well, Donald Trump's got the money anyway for you, pal. He'll certainly sort you out there. Swazi Core, thanks, Basil. Look out for that. Enjoy the Frankie or the Audi one. Not bad. No, Patronus, £1.49, or is it probably £1.99 now? Yeah, decent drop. You can't argue at that price. But you can get Frankie, can't you, for £1.75, £2, something. I don't know. So yeah, I'm getting near the end of my beer. So I will disappear for a second to have a top up. I do like Jesus, does a great job on the garden. He is nice to me, providing I pronounce his name correctly. Jesus. Jesus was decent when he played for us. Or Jesus, yes. Could do with a bit of Jesus, actually, in our team. And take us out to bloody not go down, I think. Romali's Ales and Lagers Cider. Cast Beer and Beer Reviews. Thanks for joining in. Hope you're well. And just when I think I'm catching up with everyone, a little comment pops up. Apparently Red Devil is very popular on the continent. Schofferhofer, yeah. My God, comments are flying up. Beck's is the worst German beer I've ever had. It's certainly different from years and years ago. I think the Steinhauser lager that Audi do was probably about the nearest thing that I can recall Beck's was. Beers with no ideas. Are you nicking my thing? How are you? Hope you're well. Hope you're enjoying a beer as well. Nobody fucks with Jesus or Donald Trump who thinks he is a gift from God. Oh, no. Not even bloody Putin. Even Putin's scared of Trump. Hey, mate, I think you should give our podcast a watch if you like beers with no idea. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind, pal. I'll do a bit of a sub thing. You know what I mean? If you've watched me and you know me, you'll know I'm very like shit on sort of like technology. So bear with me. Feel free, if you don't hear nothing, feel free to message, comment, and push yourself in front of me face. Because I'm a busy man and I'm shit with technology and I literally do things off the cuff. And this is one of them things. So if I suddenly forget or don't think, don't be offended. It's just me. I live near the Forced Brewery in Italy. Great beers. And that's it. I've caught up. So Simon's been in Italy. Cheeky little monkey. Yeah, but you're better than... No, I'm not actually. No, I ain't got a clue with tech, honestly. No beer, no ideas. Oh, yeah, that's me. See? I should have copyrighted that, shouldn't I? I should have copyrighted it. 10 years, Baz. 10 years. Well, I've been going... Well, he's been going... What's he been going now, Simon? He's been going about 12, 13 years, hasn't he? I've been going 2020. 5.5 years I've been doing this. Amazing. Don't know where the time's gone. Really enjoyed it. I know there was time I was jacking it in, what have you. Window reviews, Thomas. How are you, Thomas? Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're keeping well. Another lad that started roughly around, well, just before me, Thomas from Ireland. Gets a lot of Irish beers. He probably gets more Irish beers than most of us in the UK can actually get hold of. Cracking lad as well. So hope you well, pal. Oh, God. Got some proper flaky skin on the bottom of my feet. Well, you need to know that, do you? Anyway, I'm empty. I'm going to have a tupper. So bear with me for a second. And I will go and pour myself another one. And I'll be back in a ticky too. Big Bad Bazza is back. Another beer. As you do. It's funny, I swear my people watching has jumped up since I went away. Shall I go away again? Want to get more people? So I'm back this time. I've gone for something different. Yes, I was on cider before. Gone on the fruit Kolsch. This time in my tenant's glass because I don't have one of their glasses. Look at that. I come back. All of a sudden, 3 people disappear. I'm so popular. There you go. Yeah, fruit Kolsch. Gentle bubbles going up and sea. Lovely light sort of looking beer. Clear as a bell. Pure white aired. I'm not going to give you a review. I'm just telling you. Right. I thought your feed content was of only fans page. Yeah. I do apologise. I started sitting there scratching. I know it's minging, isn't it? Obviously, I had sweaty feet and peeling skin. Oh, dear. The sort of conversations you get onto in a live. It's terrible. Let me get on there. Hopskip juice wasn't great. I'm just staring. It's just staring at me. Hardly any carbonation. Bought 24 cans because it tastes really good on the PD. Faith coming. Oh, right. Okay. You bought the cans. So the PD one you enjoyed. Oh, no. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Confusing me, pal. Confusing me. Yeah, I liked hop skip. I did like hop skip juice on the PD. I've got to admit, I didn't give it a raving review. I did like it. I did feel there were sort of like little things that I didn't like about it, but generally I liked it. Yeah, and I've had it since. But yeah, now Baz is on the through course in shocking tenants class. I do apologise to German brewers. Actually tastes a little bit different to yesterday. Now, whether it's different because I've had a beer now or a cider, I'm getting a big graininess from that. Got to be said, getting a big grainy kind of note from that. Hey Baz, just caught this live. Missed the last one. Hope you're okay, mate. Yes, hope you're okay, pal. John from Wrexham. Are you a Wrexham fan, John? By the way, just curious. You probably are. You got to be. You got to be. But my lot are playing you on playing Wrexham Boxing Day, Christmas. Yeah, Boxing Day, New Year's Day. I can't. Boxing Day. I think it is. So I might pop along to that at the old racecourse ground. What you all got planned for the weekend? Bazza is working tomorrow in a little village close to Oswestry called Babbinswood. I think John 78 might know that. Red Devil would definitely know that. Working on a couple of cottages right on the side of the road. And I mean, it is literally 6 foot from the road, the front doors are. And you want to see the traffic going past. Honestly, it's like a fucking speedway track. It amazes me that I got a parking ticket in my van. Right, yeah, granted, parking on double yellow lines for literally 10 minutes. And they're making money out of me that isn't doing any harm or causing any danger to anyone. And yet where I'm working, you've got cars coming down there like it's the fucking Daytona, honestly, flying past, and the road is literally 6 foot from the front of people's houses. If anyone lost control, they're going to be through someone's fucking front door, literally. It's rather annoying. You just think, oh, they want to catch someone for, oh, you've parked on a double yellow line. You know, it's a pathetic fucking thing. And then you see people driving past. I'm up a ladder, literally 3 foot away from them. I got the bottom of my ladder about 3 foot away from the side of the road. And they're coming past at about 70 mile an hour, 80 mile an hour. It's mental. Anyway, that's Baz's rant. Baz's rant there we go. Red Devil, why did they take down the temporary stand? Temporary stand? What temporary stand? What are you on about? Have you lost me? I've got lost somewhere, haven't I? Certainly I have. Babes in the Wood murders. What, you're about Babbins Wood? Yeah, Babbins Wood murders. Temporary stand. Remind me, Simon. Wrexham. Ah, right. Yes. I don't know. I'm not a Wrexham fan, am I? I don't care about Wrexham. Sorry, John 78. I don't care about Wrexham. I don't know. There must have been some reason. I don't know. But yeah, hopefully I'll get to go there Boxing Day. Like I said, certainly it's Boxing Day. So let's have a slur. There must have been something there, haven't there? They I don't know, maybe they doing some work to some of the other sides and they put that up. I don't know. No idea. Like I said, the only one that cares about Wrexham is John 78, possibly in you. So yeah, what you all got planned then for the weekend? What you all got planned? Because poor old Baz is just sitting here doing sod all, talking to a camera and hoping you lot keep it going. Because that's all I do. I'm really shit at keeping conversation. It's got to be said. Really shit at keeping conversation. There you go. There you go, Red Devil. Good old John has come in there to rescue me or rescue the chat. Wrexham took down the temporary stand to build the new COP by next summer. Told 7,500. Wow. Bit of a sleeping giant, Wrexham, at the moment. As much as I'm not a Wrexham fan and what have you, and not Welsh, going to Babbage Wooden Drive 8. Yeah, honestly, mate, I'm not joking. Fucking hell, the way the cars drive through there is mental. But yeah, Wrexham, bit of a sleeping giant. I wouldn't like to see him go up this year, not for any particular reason, rather than I'd like to see him build themselves as a solid championship team first. Learn that level and consolidate themselves in there, and then maybe work on going up. I think if they went straight up, I think it'd be, I suppose they get the backing because they got famous owners and that, but I think all they'd be doing then is buying themselves, trying to buy themselves a team, and we all know that doesn't guarantee anything, and it's not something that's going to keep them going constantly, is it? It's all right winning the Premier League once, but if you bankrupt 3 years later, it's pretty pointless, isn't it? Going to Babbins Wood and drive 80 miles, honestly, yeah, they do. See if there's any ladders lurking. No ladders, mate. I've locked them inside the house. It's them fucking Romans' fault building it too straight. Yeah, but to be fair, I mean, they could have left the potholes in that road, couldn't they? And that would have slowed everyone down. Honestly, mate, they fucking drive like nut. Even the wagons. It's the sort of place you would not own a cat. There's no way you would own a cat in Babbins Wood. There's nothing there. And you can hear them. Honestly, where I'm working, you can hear the BMWs, the Mercedes. You can hear them as soon as they come to where I'm working. You can hear them put their foot down. It's like fucking turbos kicked in. They're just like, fucking terrible. But it's dangerous, though. It's very fucking dangerous. So there we go. We caught up on them. Just I thought I'd caught up on the comments. John 78 coming. They need new training ground development. Yeah. They need to. They've got to this point now. This is where they really need to build Wrexham as a football club, rather than just like spend loads of money, do something for 2 years, and disappear. They'll get the following. As long as they lose 2 games to us, I don't care. Sorry, does that seem a bit selfish? I do apologise. But yeah. So what's the weather like where you are? Obviously, John, it's probably quite warm where you are. 20 odd degrees, I would say. And Red Devil, he's only down the road, so I'm guessing, he's going to be around the 20s. But anyone else, what's the weather like? It's dry. Sky is clear. It's a little bit muggy. But other than that, they just bought the Rock Kevin Mauer for women. What, pub? Is that a pub, is it? Oh. Making it a woman's pub or something. Why? No offence to women, but pubs are pubs, aren't they? Women have been going into pubs for God knows how long. Surely you could just have a woman's night or something. I don't know. I could be getting the complete wrong end of the straw there. Training ground. What, for the women? Wrexham women team? All right. If that's the case, then. And I suppose Wrexham. Well, I know that, Wrexham. So Wrexham have just bought the Rock, Kevin Mauer, for women, for the Wrexham women's team, yeah? Well, I don't fucking know, do I? Why the hell do I know about Kevin Druids? So they've bought that ground for the Wrexham team or for the Wrexham women's team or just for Wrexham? I don't know. I don't know nothing about Wrexham. I ain't Welsh. Nor do I, in the nicest possible way, care. I don't care. I'm not going to fill my head with Wrexham stuff. For the women's team. So they bought a training ground for the women's team. But they don't have a new training ground for the men's team or for the youth team then. A Wrexham's women's team, any good? Are they any good? I don't know. I don't even watch anything about Sheffield United's women's team. I think they're in sort of like the championship sort of thing. Correct. Right. Thank you. Now we're getting up to date. That'd be like Sheffield Wednesday fan coming on and telling me stuff about Sheffield Wednesday. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. Oh, it's very hard when you're on your own talking. And I'm a chilled person. I don't tend to. Well, I can talk. I can talk on my videos. But when I'm sitting here, I run out of stuff to say. I need you guys out there to help me talk. Ask me some questions. I don't know. What you all had for your tea? Yeah, that's about as exciting as it gets, isn't it? Baz. Oh, I love Sheffield Wednesday, mate. Yeah. Yeah. Is there a brewery in Trefonin? No. There isn't. No. There used to be, didn't there? Blades going up this season, Baz. Right. Baz pretends he knows, doesn't know about Sheffield Wednesday, but he loves them really. Right. Let's get that one. Right. Let's get this sorted. Right. Simo Sups is out to wind me up. I know fuck all about Sheffield Wednesday. Apart from the fact I would like to think they're worse than my lot. But so far, that isn't proven. So that's Simo's answer. Shove your Wednesday up your backside. Is there a bruisey? Is there a brewery in Trefonin? No, there isn't, but there used to be. And it was what's it called? Oh, fucking hell, can't think now. My head's gone. Oh. I don't work for the bloke who done it. Anton Road. John the Brewery used to be called. Simon, I know that. John the Brew from the market in Oswestry. Oh, what's it called? Offersdyke Brewery. And that's actually where Shane started as well. Or he was there for a little bit. Shane from Stonehouse Brewery. So no, there is not a brewery in Trefonin. There might actually still be a brewery there, but they are not brewing any beer. No chance. And I'm lost. South's biggest club will be above them all. No. Shut up, John. You were lucky to beat Wrexham. And there's no chance of you beating us lot. Let me just get that out of the way. Nice to see you, John. Hope you are, mate. How are you doing? Any reviews up? 20 channels out there as well. I know, I'm trying to catch up on videos. I'm so behind myself. I'm so busy with work. I'm making phone calls and going here, there, and everywhere and having other people. Work's gone the amount of people I'm suddenly getting asking me questions or asking me to go and look at work is mad. It's not this. I've got quite a bit of work on for this year, but at the moment I've got 7 weeks work outside already booked for next year. I've got a job I've got to go and look at Wednesday, which I'm going to hold judgment on because I know the size of their houses and how bad they can be to do. And I'm trying to give up them ones. So potentially, I mean, that's at least going to be a week's work, depending on what he wants doing. I've got a 3-story business in Oswald Street Town Centre that I need to ring because they want me to do some work. I think that'll be a scaffolding job and what have you. So that could be God knows what. I mean, potentially I've got 2.5 months outside work already for next year. But yeah, like I said, not catching up with channels, too much going on. I've got people messaging me. I've got work and everything. I'm going off on a tangent. I'm doing a JB. Right. Let's get off the subject of me working. We had one here in Crifton. Yes, Chapel Brewery. And I'll tell you what, their black IPA that they done, mate, was absolutely fantastic. Picked it up in stands. I am not sure if I actually sent Northern Southerner a beer or two from Chapel Brewery. I may well have sent him a couple of beers from Chapel Brewery that I picked up in stands, which would be interesting to know. JB, let me know. Maybe search your videos, but I'm certain I sent you beer. Could be wrong, from Chapel Brewery. Pompey, Northern Southerner beer reviews, yeah. Southampton, Portsmouth, JB's Southampton, obviously. Simo's winding him up about Portsmouth. You can do my house, mate. I want wood chip wallpaper in beige. You can have it, mate. I will happily put wood chip up in your house in beige, but never, ever fucking call me to strip the fucker off. You can have it how you like, but I will not be coming back to strip the paper off. You can do that yourself. You did send a couple, mate. Good, good. Can you remember which ones they were? I don't think it was the black IPA. I think there was... I can't think what they were. Maybe a golden ale or something. But they had that lovely sort of stained glass window label. Generally, their beers did. But the black IPA was fantastic. I mean, that for me, if I'm honest, as much as I had good black IPAs, that one really stands out to me. And it's always one I remember because I just felt it was perfect in balanced flavors of the black side of an IPA and the IPA side of an IPA, if you like, or the black side of a porter, if you like, and the IPA side of an IPA. That was fantastic. I really enjoyed that. But they were good beers, and that was just apparently Red Devil. Simon will correct me if I'm right, but he used to be a bloke just brewing beer in a garage. So feel free to comment, Simon, and let me know. Deck, still use your blade? Yes, I've actually got Punta Gama in there at the moment. I don't use it as much as I should do, but then the blade, somebody put a post up today about the blade and that, and I actually said Heineken and Beowulf don't give two shits about the blade. I had one of my moments where I thought, I'm going to comment here and I don't give a fuck if I upset anyone. Heineken don't give a shit about the blade. Beowulf don't give a shit about the blade. There is some good beers on it. And I do like I would definitely say a third of the beers on the blade, I think, are really good beers. But they're not interested, are they? They don't release any beers. They don't promote the machine or flipping it. Nothing. They do nothing. And unfortunately, all I see the blade doing is going down the same route as the sub that I've got up there as it happens. So try and turn the camera. There you go. See the sub up there? There it is. My old sub. Used to love that. And got so many different beers on that. And I just think Heineken think, oh, fuck it, the world's opened again now. Everyone's going out drinking beer. Why the hell should we worry about this? It's a bit of a shit, but it's a great machine and it has the potential. But Heineken do not give a rat's bottom about it. Beer called Hebrews. That's it, Hebrews. Yes, I had that one. What was that? That was an IPA, wasn't it? I think. Oh, a golden ale. I'll go on my phone. I'll go on my phone. I'll have a look. Let's have a look. Hebrews. YouTube Studio. Content. Big thank you to all the new subscribers as well. The channel seems to have had a burst of subscribers, but I wouldn't say I've had a massive influx of views. If anything, the views have gone down, but my subs have shot up. But let me search content. Hebrews. There we go. Hebrews Dark IPA. Oh, that was the one then. That would have been the black IPA then that I sent you. Hebrews Dark Chapel IPA. 64 views 4 years ago. But that was a great beer. That was a great beer. Bloody hell. I was boring you all shit this back then. Don't know if you can see, but the time on it is 10 minutes 40. I was boring you all back then, but that was a great beer. And anyone that hasn't watched it, go back. If you want to, go back and give it a watch, obviously. Dark ale, I think. Okay. I'm trying to think what the black IPA was then. I'll do a Google search on that, JB. Just put your comment up. The dark ale, I think. Let's go to Red Devil because he was literally around the corner. Yeah, he had a shed in the garden. We used to go there at Christmas for a bag in the box and try a few freebies. Always a bloke from camera there. His gear was on Facebook for sale. Oh, right. Okay. Has he completely sold up then, did he? I take it, and just sold his gear. It's a shame because some of the beers he done were very decent beers. Let me do a Google search. Black IPA, Chapel Brewery. Use that, get off. Right, I'm searching it now. Cascadian Dark Ale, which had a rating of 3.5 out of 5. That was on Tapped. Dark Lord Very Black IPA, loaded with Citra and Chinook. There we go. That's on Facebook, that is. There we go. That's the Facebook page. So I don't know how much of that you can see. Probably dreadful, but sort of like stained glass window shit. And it was actually brewed and dedicated to a good friend of his called Nigel Bevan, who sadly passed away recently. Rest in peace, Nigel. I know that you would have enjoyed this one. Let me just click on it. Yeah, Hebrews Dark IPA, so a black IPA. It was that one, JB. 5%. But yeah, like I said, it's hard to get a decent thing, but that's the beer that it was. It was really good. That was a really good beer. Really good beer. There you go. No, you can't see nothing because if I turn that light off, it would be any good. No, it don't really make much difference, sorry. But yeah, go and check out Chapel Brewery on Facebook if you're interested. Go and have a nosy at what he's had on. Red Devil. I think COVID knackered him, to be honest. Well, I think this was over after COVID, I think, when I started drinking them. I think it was. Shall we start it up, Baz? Fuck the painting. That's all right saying, shall we start it up, Baz? Fuck the painting. But it's me giving everything up. What are you going to do? Do you know what? I'd never get into a business with a mate. Not again. I've done it before, trying a darts thing and what have you. And it don't work. It don't matter how good a mate you are. There's always going to be fallouts. Unless you're in it 50-50, there is never, ever going to be, you're never, ever going to get on. Well, certainly not with me anyway. Let's put it that way. Rough Hands Craft Beer Bar in Wrexham were advertising £4 a pint tomorrow before the game. Now they're saying closed and moving. What? I've never been there yet, John. It's got to be said. I see all their posts on Facebook and what have you, in the reels and that. And now they're moving to a new venue. Unless they're getting in there rather sharpish, but they would have to be in there literally instantly, wouldn't they? To be honest. Sounds a bit odd, that one. Remember, I worked in a winery in Italy for 8 years. I worked in Stadco. It doesn't mean I can build a fucking Range Rover, does it? Oh, dear. Do it on your own, pal. Go and make a fortune. Go and be a millionaire. And I'll promote your company. This little known channel called fucking Clueless. You can send all your beers to me, and I'll make sure I promote you. He who dares, Bazza. He who dares. Nice one, Delbourne. Right. Let me go to the previous comment. Thomas Larson, good evening. My beer of the evening, and a little more IPA. It's the Little Denmark 20-year anniversary beer brewed by the Jacobson Brewery. All right. Any good? Double IPA, 7.9%. Yeah, you're whacking it in that ballpark, aren't you? Are the Jacobson Brewery, are they something to do with Carlsberg? Are they something to do with Carlsberg? But more importantly, is it any good? That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing. I was scratching my chin there because I wanted to do a big yawn. I was trying my best not to yawn. Yeah, Jacobson is Carlsberg, yeah. Is it any good, though? Is it any good? Is it like a craft double IPA, or has it got that sort of... How can we put it? I don't know, Green King? Has it got that Green King IPA feel about it? I'm getting proper cream cracker now. I've only been on, what, an hour and 13 minutes? What time is it? 10 past 8. He's not quite sure if he's a fan of this beer or not. So the fact that you're not saying, wow, it's fucking belting, actually tells you a lot, doesn't it? It actually tells you that it's either minging or it's very mediocre. Is this Thomas Larson, the bowler? 29 Planets Minecraft. I don't know. Is it, Thomas? You tell me. You tell me. I'm going to guess it's not, but I could be completely wrong. I have got a few beers to upload as it happens. I think I've got 2 more beers. I've actually still got the cans in this room up there, that side, which is actually that side. So what I have got coming up, obviously I've got other beers that are going to be released in their own time, but I've got a Mandarina Kolsch from Powder Keg Brewery that needs to be uploaded and released. That was sent to me from Tuvar, the Urban Viking Hour Review. And I've also got this one, which is one of 4 beers that Rob, Mr. B, Bramwell Backroom Beer Review, sent me, part of a 4-pack from Buxton, where they're using experimental hops. So I've reviewed that. I've got to upload it. I have reviewed that, and I've got to upload it. So obviously there's some beers to come up before then. I think I've got videos uploaded up until about the 28th of August. So that's given us about 2 weeks. I've got them 2 to do. I've got another one from Powder Keg Brewery to review. I've got one from Simo to review, which is an Imperial Stout from Northern Monk. I've got 3 from JB to review, not JB, Mr. B to review, and I've also got 4 beers that Danny from Sofa King Drunk sent me, and they're aged beers. I got 2 or 3 American beers that have been aged for 10 years, and I've got a Belgian beer. So it's either 2 Belgian ones and 2 American ones, or it's 3 American ones and a Belgian one that have been aged for 10 years now. 10 years. Big, strong beers. So I'll probably keep them for the winter time. So they're going to be over 10 years old then. Them like Belgian American ones, and try and save them for the winter time because I think they'll go down better. But the other ones I will try and crack through. I'm trying to spread my beer reviews out a little bit at the moment. One, because they're running a little bit thin, but not only that, I don't seem to have any time to sort of share the videos and what have you. I seem to be getting very much behind, and I am trying to do an awful lot of work as well, and earn some money. So I'm going to catch up with the comments. So apologies if I bored you with just general live chit chat, but hey ho, that is me. 5W8, we love Thomas Larson. I'm guessing he's something to do with the Minecraft 29 Planets thing. Somebody else has popped on. Jay Dumplo, we do love him. The Game Hub, we seem to have a load of game things going on here. Who doesn't love Thomas Larson? And Thomas Larson has finally commented and says, must be another Thomas Larson then. Is it, Thomas? Are you just telling Porkies, or are you a little bit of a Minecraft fan? Don't be shy. NS, what's your opinion on Old Peculiar? Worth getting on PD? Cheers. Yes, I thought it was a fantastic keg. I have got a video up. Like I said, the best I can tell you is I thought it was a great keg. I've got a video up. If you want more info on that keg of beer, go and watch a video. That is the best way to sort of... I couldn't just tell you now. I'm just sitting here having a beer and just chilling out and rubbing my eye and what have you. But yeah, if you wanna know more info on the keg, feel free to search Old Peculiar Perfect Draft on my channel and have a watch. I know you might get bored because I do talk a lot, but just, you know, if need be, just give it a thumbs up, scan through to what you want to watch and what you don't want to watch. That's so simple. Thomas Larson is telling you he's not a bowler. I'm not exactly sure. Are we going down that wrong route or something? This seems a little bit dodgy. Still got a Fuller's Vintage Ale from Christmas. I think I'll keep it till I'm 65. I won't ask any questions, John, but are you telling me you're going to age it? Is that what you're getting at? And NS will do, mate. Cheers. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it was a great beer, but if you want in-depth information, that all comes out at the time of reviewing it because I don't edit it or anything. So you're going to get my biggest honest opinion there. But it was a great keg. It was a great keg. And I think there, I've actually caught up. All the gamers have disappeared because they've realised Thomas Larson is not a bowler. Whatever that means. I might be behind on some things. So, yeah, not too long to go. Is it 10 years, though, John? Is it 10 years? Depends on how long you want to age it, I suppose, doesn't it? The little IPA is very hazy and fruity, not necessarily a bad thing, but there is something odd about this beer. I just can't put my finger on it. Yeah, and you do get that with beers, and obviously we all have different tastes, don't we? We pick different things up. When you drink a beer, if you've had food, if you had something else before it, unless you go in with a completely clean palate, clean your teeth and rinse it and leave it for a bit until all that minty flavor's gone, things are always going to taste slightly different. You're always going to get that sort of beer taste, IPA taste, same as you get with like crisp. You're always going to get that sort of thing. But there could be some of that you kind of think, well, it's not completely as it should be. Not completely as it should be. Get away. Hang on. Let me go on the comments. So he's put, yeah, not long to go. And I said, what, 10 years or so? I wish. Come on, John. I'm not going to push for any answers on your age. But get away. You're not older than me here. Surely. I met you a few years ago, didn't I, at the Wrexham Beer Festival? I would say probably 3 years ago, possibly 4. Probably 3, I would say. I wouldn't say you were any older than me. But feel free to comment. If anything, I probably thought you were younger than me. Don't know. It's very old. But yeah, there we go. We got 9 in. Hour and 21 minutes in. Got 9 people in. Who thinks YouTube is dying? As in the beer world. Do people out there think YouTube is dying in the beer world? Is it me? Am I boring? Do you think other people struggle to get views? I don't know. Let me know. Because I suppose a lot of you guys out there that watch people, you'll certainly watch people for certain reasons and not watch others for certain reasons. Or do you just literally watch and you don't give a shit who you watch? I don't know. Let me know. I actually done a review the other day. Let me just take this down. Now, don't judge me, right? But I put this shirt on the other day. I had a shower and that, and I was all clean. And I put it on probably about 3 days ago, but I haven't actually worn it since. Because I think generally I've just jumped in the bath, had my bath, and just jumped into bed and just chilled out. But I put this shirt on and I started doing a beer review. And I literally got about 20 seconds into it and realised that the T-shirt was inside out. So I made myself look right tit, to be honest. I made myself look right tit. And turn that off. No, God, no. That don't help, does it? I'll tell you what, anyone that gets the light right in these videos, that's probably a little bit better. But it is still quite bright. I don't know. Don't want to tilt the screen down too much. No one wants to see this figure of a temple, do they? Who wants to see the figure of a temple? No one. So, Premier League starts tomorrow, if I'm correct. I think we got a game. My lot got a game. Who are we playing? Swansea away. It's quite funny because I was watching the Birmingham game and they were on about how shit basically Sheffield United were. And they go, oh, Sheffield United, they got this tough run of fixtures. And I looked at it. I'm not joking. We had Swansea. Not necessarily in this order, but I know there was Swansea in there, Oxford, Middlesbrough, which I would have said was the hardest game out of them. Possibly Coventry. Possibly, I'm trying to think who. But I looked at the games and I thought, really? Is this supposed to be a 6 games that were supposed to be tough? And funny enough, they had like this Sheffield United ex-women's player. And they go, oh, you've only showed the 6. They got Southampton after that. And if I'm honest, out them, if you add Southampton into the equation, I think Ipswich in there possibly. I'm not sure. But really, out of them 6 games and then add in Southampton to make it 7, I would have said Southampton would have been the hardest game. Middlesbrough otherwise would have probably been the toughest game. And you just think, is that what we've become? Is that how we are? Is that how bad we are? We've had this great pre-season or good pre-season, and then all of a sudden we're the worst fucking team in the league. How does that happen? I don't know. I don't get it. I really don't. So I got 6 people watching. Feel free to talk. Oh, hang on. 2 years ago, Baz, I was over 60 then. Get away. Get away, John. Never said that. I've never said that. Not in a million years. Blimey. You're scaring me, mate. Do you feel your life shot past you? Because I'll tell you what I do. I feel life shot past me. It's rather scary. Oh, God. And Baz is starting to yawn now. That's bad. It's only 25 past bloody 8. Has everyone gone because there's other people? Is there other people live or something? I don't know. I really don't know. I'm going to go and get Top Up, get Topper-Rooney. I'll come back. We got 7 people here watching. Comments have calmed down a little bit. It's got to be said, which is fine if you've got nothing to say, or I'm not mentioning anything that is worth commenting on. Liverpool on, Baz. What? And that's why people aren't watching me. Jesus Christ, fucking hell, people must be desperate. Yeah, but yeah, Liverpool first game of the season, is it? Or something? Who they got? There could be other people fucking going live as well. But I'll pour myself another beer, and if you don't pick up a little bit, obviously by the time I drink another beer, it'll probably be a couple of hours anyway. I've been going, so I'll probably end it there after I've got this beer. So don't all suddenly disappear now, unless you really want to. But I will be back any second now, so bear with me. I'll go and get myself a little bit of a Topper-Rooney, as I said. I got messages coming through. Blade, bonjour, mate. Is the blade going, is it? Oh, hang on. We'll ignore that one. I can't be asked to fucking look at that yet. Tankard was live. Okay. Anyway, there I am. There I am. Right. Red Devil. He's saying fuck knows. And he's going for a stout. Are you going out for a stout, or are you going to just get a stout and sit indoors? But don't disappear, people, unless you really want to and you've had enough. I'm going to get another drink. I'm going to come back. Think of any questions to ask me. Almost anything you can ask me. And I'll come back and I'll answer them. So let me get a Top Up. I'll see you in Ticky 2. Oh. Right, old man Baz. fucking hell, it's too bright, isn't it? He's back for one more stretch. He's back for one more stretch. So yeah. Like I say, I keep saying to everyone, what are you doing tomorrow? What are you doing tomorrow? Who we got in? We got 6 people in, right? I'm going to assume Red Devil is one of them, and John 78 is one of them. Is Thomas Larson still one of them? If there is anyone new in this conversation, please feel free to comment. Like I say, Liverpool, apparently Liverpool are playing, so we'll kind of get that. And no doubt there are bigger channels out there that are doing their own sort of streaming and what have you. Hop, skip, juice, hazy pale ale. A couple of pictures here from the Red Devil. And he is now on left blonde. Cheeky bugger, you are. Cheeky bugger. Yeah, he likes a beer, old Simon Smith. Now we got 5 in. Everyone's disappearing. I've scared everyone off. I'm a Danish Ipswich fan. Not sure if I get banned from the chat. No, you'll be all right, Thomas. You'll be all right, man. I can't afford to. I got no sod watching me. I can't afford to ban people. I'll start handing out shopping bags for free just to keep people interested. I'll send you a beer. That's what it'll be. No stout, it's left. Well, I know that. I've just looked at your picture, but if you look at that comment, I'm going for a stout. I've got to say, with this Kolsch, I'm getting a big grainy feel on it now. Like initially when I reviewed it yesterday, I did pour like a small 200ml glass just to try and get rid of the foam and that. And even when I drunk it, it was malty in that. But I've had a couple of more pints of it, and I'm really getting a big grainy feel. And it does feel more like an ale. They do say online it's a hybrid sort of beer. So it's like using ale. It's top fermented using ale yeast. I think, but it's cold condition or something. It's sort of like half of the brewing process, I think, is sort of like ale and half it's lager. And I think the idea of it is like cold conditioned or something to make it drink like a lager but still have that ale feel maybe. But anyway. Pardon me. There's a big burp. Thomas. Yeah, then. I don't have to, Red Devil. Pardon me. Oh, got a bit of gas building up. Nobody has to ask me anything, actually. You can all ask questions in the comments, and I will happily put them up on the screen. So, Red Devil, Simon is asking you, Thomas, what's the best Danish beers? Thomas also needs a refill. So maybe he needs to get a refill first before he answers your question, Simon. But, yeah. Wrexham on ITV1 at 12:30 tomorrow, Baz. All the other teams' fans are saying it's favouritism to Disney FC. Oh, dear. To be fair, fair dues to Wrexham. I'm you know, the chaps have invested their money and they got a new manager in. They got that Paul Mullin in. It was like a massive record signing. They've signed someone else as well, like this time round. It's a like £5 million record signing. So, you know, I'm not going to knock Wrexham for that. You know, they have stuck around and got them where they are, if you like. Simon's come on. Think he's gone for a shit. He's gone for a refill. He needs a refill. He hasn't gone for a shit. If he was going for a shit, it'd be empty in the bucket, wouldn't he? But we got 6 in again. 6 in again. I'm boring people. I can't believe it. People used to say to me, do more lives, Baz, do more lives. Granted, I've gone a little bit off the cuff on this one. Do more lives, we'll watch you. I don't get massive views, but I appreciate the people that do come along to watch. Like I said, I just come on for a random live and a bit of a chat. But it's always nice if more people come in for a chat. Because, you know, it adds to the whole video. It's not just me talking and trying to make conversation. Now, if you know my missus, she will tell you I do not talk. I do not talk unless I get a beer review or have to try and do something. Thomas has found a Brewdog Punk IPA in the fridge. Could be worse. For fuck's sake, Baz, get some adverts in Stonehouse. What for? What for? My channel. Oh my God, I've lost one. Oh no, I've got up 2. Who knows? Who knows? I don't need adverts in Stonehouse, pal. I don't need adverts in Stonehouse. To be honest, I'll tell you what, people probably know me more in Stonehouse than they do bloody Shane. Honestly. They can have new bar staff there. I can put a tab on and they just know who I am. I don't know if that's a good sign or not. That could be a sign of you coming here way too much, you're drinking too much, Baz. Or it could be that people know me. And if I'm brutally honest, it's probably the first one. But yeah. So is there any... So we've got Liverpool playing tonight, are they? Is there any other games on? If anyone wants to point out any results that are going on at the moment, feel free to. I've got a phone here. I can look it all up myself, but why would I? I'm spending my evening trying to talk to you buggers. So you can do something for me. God, it's so warm. Obviously, the beer don't help with that, but it's warm. It's warm. I tend to be falling asleep on the bed with the fan on. And I wake up at about 4 o'clock, turning the fan off because I can hear it. Personally, I'd keep it on all night. But I'm waiting for the one in the room next door to complain that turn your bloody fan off. That's all I can hear. Is there anyone else live tonight? Is anyone there? Am I treading on other people's lives tonight? I'm guessing probably PJT's live. Simo may well be live. The Beer Monster reviews will be live, like he tends to be every other day, which is completely up to them. No more matches tonight, but apparently United have beaten Arsenal 2-1 on Sunday. Who told you that? Is that Septic Peg? Septic Peg telling you that United will beat Arsenal 2-1 on Sunday. Come and look. Oh, I don't know if you've been. I think I might have said earlier, actually, new hazy in a week's time, Simon, down at Stonehouse. That was from Kev the Brewer. So a new hazy out in 2 weeks next weekend. They're on the final keg of their hazy now. So that's been I don't know how long that's been drinking for. That would have been drinking for today. Don't know how many people drank it last night. So next weekend, new hazy will be on. It'll also be out in bottles. And they have got another beer coming out, which is a cask one, using New Zealand hops. That is also coming out in bottle, but that'll be about 2 weeks after that. So I will ship a few beers out. To people. But yeah, if you want to get down there, Simon, couple of new beers coming over the next month. Fucking hell. Terrible. Ask Thomas again. Okay, we will do 4 halves of different beer. What do you want me to ask him? What do you want me to ask him, Mum? Oh, what sort of like the best Danish beer or something, or what would he recommend from Denmark to drink? Yeah, who's the best Danish beers? What's the best Danish beers, Thomas? What would you say is your, Thomas, what do you class as a good English beer, if you like, or British beer or UK beer, shall we say? So you say you got Brewdog Punk IPA. Are there beers in Denmark that you drink that are better than Punk IPA? If so, let us know. And if there's lots, let us know. Let us know what your favourite beers are from Denmark. Best Danish beer, yeah, like I said. He's thinking. Good man, Thomas. Good man. Do you not have any Danish beers that stand out to you that you would say they're way better than, say, Punk IPA? Because Punk IPA used to be a really good beer in the UK. That's interesting because that Jakobsen Yakima IPA, I think, is the same brewery that do the Tuborg in Turkey. It's Jakobsen Tuborg, isn't it? And I've done the Yakima IPA because me ex-stroke partner, whatever you want to call her, she went to Turkey and bought me a load of beers, actually back. And it was all right. It was all right. I can't say it was actually quite good for sort of like Turkish stroke Tuborg stroke Danish beers. It was actually all right. Would I put that above Punk IPA? I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would really. Thomas, you really need to get over to the UK. But I understand also that things are very different, aren't they? All over the world, really, with beer and that. March. I know they're old school beers, but I'm drinking what I think is the best UK brewed lager, Sam Smith Pure Brew Lager. The brewery went to Germany. Yeah. The organic one, is it? I was actually a little bit disappointed with that. There was nothing really nasty, but for me, I don't know if it was just because I expected more from it, and I know a lot of people like it. I could be wrong. Maybe I'll have to review it again. Tuborg, Carlsberg, more or less the same nowadays. Yeah. It's hard work doing live on your own, Baz. Kudos to you, mate. Yeah, well, I do try. Obviously, when you do a live, unless you've got a massive amount to talk about, and believe it or not, I am quite quiet and I only have so much stuff to talk about. You do need participation from the audience, if you like. So I do apologize if I'm a little bit boring. I really do. Red Devil, McKellar. Yeah. I mean, there's been a couple of dodgy ones on Perfect Draft, hasn't there, from McKellar? It's got to be said. Obviously, I'm guessing Simon's just whacking it out there to Thomas, saying what you think of their stuff. But be interested to know how expensive McKellar stuff is in Denmark. It really would. So I think the Scandinavian countries, their beer tends to be a lot dearer. Now, is McKellar better out in, pardon me, Denmark? I don't know. but I'd imagine it's a lot dearer. Heated seats was okay. Yeah, that was okay. It was no world beater though, was it? It was no world beater. It was okay. That said, I've still got my McKellar Game of Thrones glasses, and I'll tell you what, I was so glad. I know, and the beer was shit, and I think I bought 2 kegs to get a couple of glasses with it. And I think I can't remember what I paid, but I paid over the odds. Probably paid 80 quid for 2 kegs, but I got the glasses, and they're going to be something that are going to be collector's items, in my opinion. Really great glasses, proper like goblet style thing, as in Game of Thrones and all that. So I'll try turning that down. Does that make it any bit better? Less glary? I don't know. Yeah, to be honest, you take Carlsberg, Tuborg, McKellar. Are there any other Danish breweries that anyone else can think of? I can't really think of any off the top of my head. But that said, I can't think of an awful lot off the top of my head, can I? Baz is a little bit slow, a little bit old. So I've got 14 minutes left. I'm going to hit 2 hours. If not before, I'm going to finish that beer. And I'm going to end the live on sort of like 2 hours. Got 14 minutes. So if there is anyone out there that wants to ask me anything, wants to start a conversation, please get it started. It is very hard on my own. And I'm really grateful to the 5 that are watching. Obviously, it's harder for you. The less people that are in there, it makes it harder for you too. But I do appreciate you all commenting and hanging around for a bit. Thomas said, if you put a gun to my head, that little Brigeri, a small brewery, has some really nice beers. Now, I've heard of the Brigeri bit, but not necessarily the actual brewery. I'm guessing Brigeri or whatever is brewery. Or the small brewery. I'm guessing that is what it says. The little brewery or something. That's some really nice beers. That'd be interesting to sort of look that up. MJA, give Sam Smith Pure Brute Organic Lager another review. Super smooth. Yeah, I mean, I liked it. I think I got it from Trembling Madness. I went through a bit of a Samuel Smith's spurt. And like I say, there was nothing wrong with it, but like I said, I don't know if I was just expecting more from it. I don't know. I sometimes think British lagers, I think with the hops they use, they just don't do it for me at times. I really do. It's maybe something the British hop gives off in the beer, but chili licorice ale, if you ever get the chance. Do you know what? If I ever get the chance, I will have to. But if I'm brutally honest, chili beers don't do it for me. As much as I like hot stuff, as much as I like hot food, chili in a beer just does not do it for me. I just think chili and beer don't work. Chili and beer don't work. All from my experience, all chili does in a beer is gives it a warm back end, almost like ginger, and you just think, if I'm drinking a beer and I want refreshment, I don't want that heat on the back of my throat, like someone sprayed deep heat on the back of my throat. I don't want that. I don't get it. But who knows? Right. Next week, I'm off Friday to Monday. 4 small beers at Stonehouse. I'll see you off the bank holiday weekend. I'll have to see what I'm doing, mate. I might be working. I can maybe meet up with you Sunday or something if you can get to Stonehouse on the Sunday or something. We'll have 4 small beers. The boxes of Belgium strong beers in little £16 now. Remember when they were 12 not long ago? Definitely, John. Yeah, they used to be. I think actually they were either originally $11.99, which I'm pretty certain they were, but I could be wrong. Thinking the first time I got them, they might have been $10.99. But yeah, I would probably say $11.99 was the original price, but now they're 16. But them beers are really good. And I'll tell you what, if people want to try Belgian beers and they want to try it at a price that is good value, even at 16 quid, that Belgium Lidl box is absolute fantastic value for money. The weakest beer is 7.2%, and it goes up to 10.5%. So I'm not sure if there's, I think there's one at 7.2, a couple at 9, a couple at 10 maybe, or one at 10. But the minimum is 7.2. The strongest is 10.5%, and they're fantastic beers, and they really are good beers. And I'll tell you what, that is one thing I miss about us coming out of the EU, is going on Belgium in a box and trying lots of different beers. I used to I only ever put 2 orders in with Belgium in a box, but they were big orders. I think I spent, oh God, £200 on one order with them. And you were like getting 6 or 7 beers maybe, or 5 beers or whatever, and you were getting glass and merchandise for free. And the beers were cheap. They honestly, you were buying the packs of beers for about, some were less than €20 with merchandise, maybe going up. I think the most expensive pack I bought was about €25. So I spent like €200 on my first one, or 200 quid, shall we say, and that's with delivery. £198, so let's say 200 quid, and I think I spent about 230, 240 on the other one. So I spent an awful lot, but I got so much stuff in there. It was unreal. The amount of different beers I got to try, like Spencer Trappist Brewery, that used to be the only American Trappist brewery, which have now closed. So I don't believe they have another American Trappist brewery. I tried their beers. I got a nice glass with it, and that was one of the expensive ones. I think I got 5 beers with a glass for €25. The amount of beers I got to try through them was absolutely fantastic, and all the merchandise I got with it. So it was always well worth the money. I always think that when I look back, I was probably only spending £2.50 a bottle for like really strong beers, even including the postage. So yeah, it's such a shame that we're not in the EU for that reason, and we can't just pick beers up like we used to either. Just move that around. That's it. Is that better? I don't know if that's any better. I don't know. Right. Another 7 minutes. Vanessa Kitty has come in. Thank you, Vanessa. Pardon me for dropping by. I did notice your comment, and by all accounts, you are American, aren't you? So you may well be aware of Spencer Trappist Brewery out of America that no longer exists. But if you heard me talking, hopefully some of that made sense to you, but probably not. Okay, let me go on to Thomas. Okay, chili beers are an acquired taste, and I have tried some which were not good at all. I still recommend this one, but not. Yeah. It's a funny thing. I suppose different things appeal to everyone. I can't see, for me, if you're going to have chili in a beer, it's got to be a dark beer and it's got to be winter. I can't see why you would want to drink a beer that is going to leave you with heat in the back of the throat when you're wanting something thirst quenching. Just my opinion. I'm not saying I know everything or I'm right. You know, we all have different tastes, but yeah. And Vanessa is saying Connecticut, USA. So I'm hoping, Vanessa, you possibly heard of Spencer Trappist Brewery. Obviously, America is a massive place. It's a massive place. So, but they're not around anymore. But that was just talking about some of the beers I got from Belgium in a box before we come out of the EU. Yada 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 yada. I've got 11 people watching now. I'm about to disappear, and I've got up about 4 or 5 watchers. There's something going wrong. Everyone's coming to join me. Baz is going. Thank fuck for that. He's going. We've had enough of him. That's what they're all saying. God, I feel so warm now. So warm now. That's it. 2 people have gone now. They've gone like, oh no, I can't be asked with. But yeah, very warm. Very warm. But yeah. And that's about it, really. I mean, said got 5 minutes left to the live. Finish this. Well, 5 minutes of the live left. I'm saying that, but I'd like to get this beer finished before I go. We might be going for another 10 minutes. I don't know, really. But it depends on what anyone wants to talk about or anyone wants to ask me. It's very hard to talk for 2 hours on your own. I'm not being completely on my own. Obviously, I've had lots of other people in commenting and that. But sometimes when you're here, you do need someone to sort of join in the conversation. So feel free if you want to. Feel free if you want to. While I take a slurp of the fruit cold. Lighting in here is terrible. It's a nightmare. Really hate it. I'm going to turn it. It doesn't make any difference. What's the point in having it on? Really, absolutely no point. Is it any better that way? Is that any better? Is that any better that way? Oh, God. Yeah, it probably is, actually. I don't know. I need a professional studio, don't I? Rather than a room. And obviously, I've got the windows open. So probably a little bit of traffic going past. But hopefully that's not too off-putting. Got to be said. Need to get my hair cut as well. My hair's getting a bit big now. I've asked the ex if she will cut my hair at the weekend. It's just so warm and uncomfortable. I hate it when my hair gets big. If I had my way, I'd just have a crew cut. There'd just be no hair on my head, pretty much. I'd just look like a right fuck. But I mean, she probably wouldn't give a shit now. We're exes. No matter what I look like, she ain't got to be seen with me, so it don't really matter. Even though I'm wearing a big like ginger cat top. Garfield was the ice cream, you know. She got me now. Right, now we got another comment up. You can tell when you're boring people because people have to comment. Is that a thing? Let me get onto this now, right? I sit here and I waffle a load of shit, right? You out there that watch, is it the conversation that the person on the live is giving that makes you comment? Or is it the fact, or do you get bored and you just comment because you feel you need to? Because I'm in kind of 2 minds now. I'm thinking, well, hang on. If people are just listening to me and they're not commenting, is that because whatever I'm saying, they're kind of half intrigued? Or is it that when people comment, they're so bored with what you're going on about, they're sort of like thinking, fucking shut the hell up, Baz. Which way is it? Do you comment because you're bored with listening to the twat on the screen? Or is it them lot that actually, is it the ones on the screen that actually make you comment? I don't know. It sounds like you pick a lot of beers up in Lidl and Aldi. Is that a good place to get beer? No. To be honest, in Aldi, I personally don't. Aldi, I think, is a bit of a shit show. Here and there, I will go in Aldi and there'll be a beer that sort of catches my attention. For instance, the Harper's English Pale Ale, which was basically an old speckled hen ripoff, which actually turned out to be quite good. But generally, Aldi, I don't bother. The Oktoberfest time, they tend to have some good, half-decent German beers in there. Lidl tend to be the ones that I would say are more consistent for budget range beers. But we have so many supermarkets that sell beer that, you know, it's just whatever. I react to what you say, innit? So really, if I get no comments off you, it means I'm boring then. Pardon me. Right, I'm going to have a big gulp of this. We're getting near 2 hours. Proper big gulp. That went down really well. Cold and wet. We are at the 2 hour limit now. I said I was going to disappear after 2 hours. I think some of the interest has disappeared, which I understand. You know, that's how it is. But the ones that have been here all the way through, I appreciate. The ones that have popped in and gone away, I appreciate. The ones that have popped in late on, like Vanessa, I appreciate. It's much appreciated. Obviously, I'm not the busiest channel going, but I do appreciate everyone watching. Hopefully, you've enjoyed what you've watched. So I'm going to end it there. I'm going to end this live. There may well be another one another night. I don't know. But for now, I'm going to end it. So enjoy the rest of your evening. If I don't see any of you or sort of speak in any comments over the weekend, enjoy your weekend. And that's it. So have a great weekend. Thank you all for joining in. And Bazza, we'll see you again soon on another video stroke beer review. Thanks for joining us. Cheers.